tres, dos, uno, zero.
No, there's no Z's. It's zero? It's not zero. Zero. The Z does not exist.
It is zero.
Also cool though, zero.
Zero.
Un zero.
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 Because there is one
Is that zero
of nothing.
No, I don't mean
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It is?
There can only be one
No,
of nothing.
No, it's zero. There's no Z sound.
Oh, zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
They don't have Z sounds.
Because if there is one, it is one. But it is nothing, it is nothing.
It
You
is
know.
zero.
It is zero.
Zero.
Zero. Puchimon.
What does that mean?
Yeah, that's Italian now, but that's fine.
Italiano? No Italiano.
No Italiano.
No Italiano.
If you were to go to Italy, where would you go?
Is Venice in Italy?
Yes.
That's the place.
I would
Not
fucking
because everyone
go.
goes to Venice.
Yeah. Wait.
Is
If
it
you could
Venice
travel
or
anywhere,
Greece?
if you could travel anywhere, where would you go?
The place where...
Anywhere?
Oh,
Yeah, anywhere on the planet.
goodness.
You know.
Like just for visiting or like
Just
live
you know,
there?
I mean, whatever. Like you tell me. Like
Right now I wanna go to Norway.
Naples.
okay. So you want to go to Norway?
Yeah.
Cool.
Did I go to Ibiza?
Where?
Ibiza?
Ibiza?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Ibiza.
It's like
Why are you
No,
saying
it's pronounced Ibiza.
Okay, fine, Ibiza.
Or
Ibiza.
Ibiza.
It's an island of
It's an
Spain.
island in Spain that's like the party place.
Oh,
Like,
the party place.
The party place. Like
Shit.
Like virtually like everything's legal.
Well,
Virtually.
fuck. Yeah.
Well, no, it is
I
still
mean-
Spain.
I mean, like people are chill there. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, like everything goes.
Who was that friend of yours who's from Spain?
Oh, Pau?
Yeah, I was actually talking.
From Barcelona.
Yeah, he's from Barcelona.
Barcelona.
I'm Pau, I'm from Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Is that how you spoke?
Yeah. Barcelona.
Well, there was a king of Barcelona that had a lisp.
Barcelona.
So then all the people just started to say it like that, and they're really stubborn as to why they do that. But
Why you think you don't say like Barcelona?
everybody from the whole rest of the country of Spain will tell you that that's the reason they do that, except for people from Barcelona.
Barcelona.
They'll say no, that's just how. But they don't actually have a lisp, but they only pronounce Barcelona like that. Yeah, they're really defensive about
So
that.
Pao
It's funny.
said he used to go to Ibiza. He had been to Ibiza every summer except this summer. And that he just loves it there. Because apparently it's like super cheap to go to Ibiza. If you are a Spanish person.
What does he do there? Like, are the drugs cheap? Or
Everything is cheap. And he's saying that he lives in a van with like 5 other people on the beach. He's there. And they on the beach there are showers and public restrooms that you can just use, and you just buy food, and if you meet somebody you can just have sex on the beach right there.
Damn.
damn, that's basically hippie life.
Yeah.
If you're not.
And that's how people, so many like people in Spain just.
I think it'd be crazy to be on Ibiza. Ibiza? You said?
Ibiza.
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 Oh well, maybe they do call it like say on Spanish.
You know it's actually pronounced like Ibiza.
It's probably Ibiza though, if it's Spanish.
Ibiza.
I don't know why they would say Ibiza,
Ibiza.
unless
I might be wrong.
Is there an A at the beginning?
I might be wrong. Like all my friends said.
Is there an A at the beginning?
Ibiza.
No. It's an I.
Ew.
For example,
Ibiza.
the name of the peninsula.
So I was thinking of an
Portuguese
idea
is
for
called
like
Iberia.
Alice in Wonderland, but like if it was like a modern day, like fucked up version one, where like for instance, you know, you saw like I saw this really cool mask on Amazon the other day, that you know like there's that those movies where it's you know The Purge, they like those light up masks. They have one that's like the Cheshire Cat. Well, I figured, like, what if you saw that mask all over in these vents, and it would be talking to Alice, but she'd be tripping on some shit that's in the fumes. Or maybe she, like, accidentally, you know, drink me, you know, what? You know, anything like that, you know, it'd be super intense,
I
right?
just had like super intense horror movie idea.
Someone should
kind
do
of
a
like
parody.
Kind of, but it wouldn't be like, she'd make it through,
that. Yeah.
but like, what? You know,
So So the setting, I'm just gonna give you the setting.
Okay.
You'll make the
Okay.
story.
Okay.
The setting is there's a serial killer
Okay. Yeah, I see
who
that.
takes people.
Is he the White Rabbit?
Yeah.
His name is the White Rabbit.
Okay, fine.
The white hair.
Okay, White Rabbit. Okay. He takes people, drugs them up, and puts them in a really painful obstacle course. Kind of like Saw, except like he drugs them up. And so they have like a crazy experience as they go through that painful obstacle course to try to survive.
That'd be awesome, except they'd have no idea what they're tripping on. And then they'd probably like freak out and die.
Yeah, they wouldn't even know that they're tripping on it. So they'll be like in a different world and they would...
Oh god. Is this like to torture people or
Yeah.
for fun?
That's not. No, I don't know if I
that
agree
ever-
with that.
Oh, horror
Yeah.
movie.
Torture people.
Oh, it's a horror
I don't know
movie.
if I'm good
Okay.
with that.
Right, yeah, I mean, it's a horror movie. That's
Torture-
fine.
I mean, if I was gonna do that, then I'd make a movie of that. Like, they have an Alice in Wonderland game where it's like actually like a horror game. Like, it's called American Murphy's Alice in Wonderland. I have it on my Xbox. There's 2 of them. I would if I was gonna make a horror movie, that's what I would do. But if I was gonna do this, I mean, yeah, I guess it'd be kind of like a horror adventure, but like, I don't know. At the same time, I think it'd be more like a
And so,
mental thriller.
yeah, so here's how it's gonna be. One day, this guy captures a person who's going through a lot of psychological trauma at that moment. And somehow, the trauma he experienced actually helps him go through that course. Because as he's tripping on those drugs, he keeps remembering all the like bad stuff that happens in his life, and he's like learning to process all that like terrible emotions that are locked in him.
Well, like Memento?
Yeah, but as he is passing the obstacle, so every time he passes an obstacle, he just he passes like one personality flaw that he has, like maybe like his mom used to beat him so he can talk to women. So now he can.
Dude, you just went balls deep into psychological territory.
Yes.
Dude, you got like real serious real fast.
Psychology
No,
is such an
it's-
interesting thing to make movies about.
I mean, but like, what would be to the nth extent of your idea for that movie?
Mhm.
He gets over all these issues, right?
Yeah.
So what was the end of the movie?
At the end of the movie, he succeeds, and somehow
He just doesn't have mental problems anymore.
he succeeds because he had been through those terrible experiences before.
Okay, so now
And
he
then
just
the
lives
serial
life.
killer just lets him go or something. Like, I don't know. The story can be changed, obviously, but the setting. This is the setting. If you like this setting,
Okay.
you can make your own story.
There needs
Look
to
at
be
you.
a rated M Mario game.
This is a rated R Mario game.
I feel bad for all the
R-
mushrooms.
They don't do R for...
I feel bad.
R is for movies, M is for games.
You know. They have faces.
Oh.
Yeah, rated mature is like
Mushrooms are
17
mean.
plus.
No, those are the
Dude, they could totally do a Mario game with psychedelic
mushrooms, the
in
red
it.
and green ones.
Dude,
Oh,
they
yeah.
could
Why
put that
haven't
in
they
a
done
rated
that
M
yet?
Mario
Because
game, yeah.
you do the mushrooms in Mario, right?
Okay, it's already rated M because of the
Cannot
shrooms,
be.
though. What else are they gonna do to make it rated M? There's gotta be, like, gore. What kind of gore are we gonna have in a Mario game? Peach is a slut. There's gonna be a lot of sex. Peach, we know Peach is a slut. even
Dude,
from
Bowser
the
is
rated E.
like disgusting.
She sucks
like-
Bowser's cock. Obviously, that's a given. But
Bowser.
as far as like gore. As far as like gore goes,
This is
how
the
it
way.
gonna
So
be
you
gory?
going like Tarantino, like disgust, like
Ooh, Tarantino. No, that's keep going with that though. That's good. Tarantino Mario.
Tarantino.
I mean, like I
Quentin
would love to
Tarantino,
see
let's
like,
make a Mario game.
oh my god, who would you put down as Mario though? Like in a movie like that, yeah, they have to be like
No,
oddly
still
weird.
for a game though. He'd be producing the game.
You know who I would put down? Fucking
The actor? They're not gonna make a movie.
Javier
Mario.
Bardem.
No,
I don't think he's gonna make a good
not a
Mario.
movie.
He's like
game.
just-
No, dude, that'd be
He's too
hilarious.
serious, dude.
No, come
I've
on.
never seen him in a
This would be
comedy
a
role.
serious gore movie. He was in fucking No Country for Old Men. Like,
Yeah, but then Mario's supposed to be funny, man.
no,
That's-
what? This is gore. What are you talking about?
It's not a
It
movie
can be
though.
gore
So you
and
guys,
funny.
No,
You
you
could
guys
do
are
it.
missing-
Why? Who says gore can be funny?
But it's not a movie though. You guys are missing.
So it'll
that.
be like a
Yeah,
Tarantino,
it's
but like a
game.
parody of like a
It's a
Tarantino
game?
movie.
Yeah, it'd be a game because it's Mario. But I mean, Tarantino could help produce a game.
Oh.
Like for cutscenes, maybe he could come up with another idea or two.
Yeah. I
There's a first for everything.
it might have like, remember that movie that just came out with, that was Seth Rogen? It is about a hot dog and a bread.
Sausage fest or
Oh,
sausage
yeah.
party or something.
We can have something like that in that game. So that kind of
Yes.
aesthetics.
Oh my god. That'd be hilarious.
It will be hilarious and gory.
I still have to see that movie. That looks so good.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's something.
It had very mixed reviews.
It's on Netflix
Yeah.
right now.
Like, don't watch it with family.
My
Or
dad
like
was
any
all-
expectations.
Well, my dad called me out of the blue one day and he's like, "Hey, there's this movie called Sausage Party. You need to stop what you're doing right now and go watch it." I was like, "Oh shit, what?" he was so enthusiastic about this movie.
Go now. Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I'm in the middle." So it's like, okay, fine, but you have to watch this movie. Just like when it came out, I still haven't watched it.
Dude, when that falafel had started having sex with that bagel, that was like romantic.
I haven't watched the movie. Come on, man, you're spoiling it for us.
They were the gay ones, right?
Oh
The
my
falafel
god.
with a hot dog, or wait, the bagel?
The bagel's gay.
It's the part of
isn't it?
it. So the falafel is a really anti-Semitic Muslim falafel, and
Oh.
he's always throwing anti-Semitic slurs at the bagel, a Jewish bagel. But then at the end of the movie, some really it was a really awesome shit happens, and then
Dude.
all the food starts having sex with each other, and the bagel starts and the bagel and falafel starts fucking.
The oil bottles with the falafel guy.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't watched that yet.
It's something.
Oh my
Let me tell
God.
you.
Does that bring peace to the Middle East?
Yeah,
That would, dude.
that movie would bring me to the Middle East.
Gay Muslims and gay Jews hooking up.
What if you? What if
Maybe that
you?
would just make people angry.
What?
Who knows? Gay Muslims and gay Jews
Oh.
hooking up.
I think that would make some people happy and some people upset.
I think it would make most of the people there upset, though. And that's
Yeah, I think more people would be upset.
If that's our focus, then we should try to.
I don't think they even get to watch movies. They have movie theaters? Probably not, right?
What?
Yeah.
In Saudi Arabia?
What?
I mean,
Obviously they do.
What are you talking about? The Middle East is enormous. They have tons of movie theaters.
I know Middle Easterns love Bollywood movies.
Imagine
Yeah,
like
they probably have a ton
freaking
of other stuff, too.
crackheads that think that they're Jedi.
Oh, that one, yeah. Well, I mean, are
they'll
they
probably
gonna-
kick ass.
No, hold
Oh,
on.
they would.
Hold on. So, in their this film would basically be, in their mindset, in their world, they think that in real life they are Jedi and that like things are going on the way they need it to.
But they still think they're in this world, right?
Right. They still
Okay.
think that they're in this world and they're okay.
But
Like
with
everything's
force
normal.
powers.
Yeah. Like they hate,
Okay.
they get rid of the Sith. They save people. They travel from
They
planet to
have
planet when they're high as shit.
On crack.
Like, oh yeah, dude, they go on fucking adventures. They go against behemoths. Like, we went into the woods, and all of a sudden, this massive manticore. Oh God, it was massive. It turned out it was just like this fucking like dog or some shit. Like,
And once we
Yeah.
we genocided the Yuks because we hate Yuks.
yeah.
What if a crackhead Jedi saw like a deer or a moose or something?
No, right. I saw the most beautiful of beasts among one of my journeys
It was a
today.
two-horned unicorn.
No, they're on crack. They wouldn't talk.
But actually, no, but to them they would be, because like in their head they're like,
Yeah, they would go fight it if it were a moose, though. Dude, they'd be like, I have to save everyone from that thing. Have at it.
so, and then basically beside that, like you would also have the police who are the other perspective, which is actually like what you really see.
That would be like the Empire or the Republic, I guess.
Oh,
and
the
then-
police would be like stormtroopers. And then
No, I mean, no, but it wouldn't even be like that though. Like for them, they would show you
Academy.
that the police were like the
Yeah.
Empire.
Or the police on
The police are the Empire.
Yeah, they
But,
stormed the academy.
Like you actually see the realistic life through the police.
We cannot break into different conversations.
Oh.
We cannot break into separate
We're
conversations.
going all directions.
Yeah,
I know, but I wasn't like
we can't
done
have
because
like
the,
Not really,
whoever's
it's fine.
listening to is listening to single audio.
Yeah, we can't.
So
have,
they
like,
will have to be listening to all of our
They can
conversations.
multitask.
They can hear it all.
Yeah, that's good though. Like,
They can always go back.
If someone's talking though, we have to just not
Yeah.
make other stuff come up because it just is gonna sound like shit.
Oh yeah, well I mean, then should we just let the person like finish their whole
Yeah.
thing then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
So then like the rest of the story would then be, like if you were to have the policeman seeing the realistic view, like actually what's going on with these crackheads, like sucking dick, like or like shooting up, like you know, or like doing all these things, like in the realistic sense, like the Jedi would think that they're the Empire. And that like they're killing off Sith and like all that shit, but like all of a sudden in the background it's just like, oh my god, these crackheads are insane. Like you know, like. But that was the end of the story.
So is this format? Is this documentary? Is it like?
Yeah, I think so.
Someone
I
should
think
totally
yeah, I think
do
it
a
should be. Yeah, I think it should
be like
A documentary?
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
or like a
crackhead
mockumentary.
Can't be
industry.
type of
factual
thing.
though.
But
Yeah.
how would you show the perspective of the crackheads in a documentary format though?
That's the most difficult part.
That's the
but
fun part. Green screen.
Also the most fun part, yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be really hard though. Something
What
would have
if-
to be done.
They could do like a flashback formation. So like the crackhead could be doing an interview with the, and then like it'll kind of go to the scene, sort of what they're describing. Like you know
Yeah.
how like sometimes when you watch a documentary, it'll
Yeah.
maybe show like a different scenario and someone will be describing it.
You should push that mic closer though.
Yeah, Monty.
No, I didn't know if it went.
Sharing is caring, bro.
Now it's better,
I mean,
right?
maybe you
I think that's as far as it goes. There you go, babe.
I
Try.
guess you're fine.
You might have been fine anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like these are strong enough microphones that they'd be able to pick up.
Yeah,
You
they
know.
are pretty good.
Like these look like some pretty industrial strength microphones.
These
These are actually the cheapest microphones I could get off Amazon.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go. They look.
But I mean, they do
They
the
look.
job.
They like.
They have
get
these
the
cool
job done.
ones that are like $26. They look like that. They have this little spit cover.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was like, dang, son, USB though. You know, it looked pretty sick.
You should have said
Yeah,
that
everyone
no
podcast.
expense is spared.
No expense what?
When Shelby said that these look like industrial grade microphones, Shakib should have said like no expense is spared.
Dude, I mean, like everyone knows these look cheap too. I mean, you work at a radio station, right?
Yeah.
They have better microphones than this.
They played like Mills.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
that shit's
Mills?
Yeah, bro.
Mills for a microphone?
No, not for microphone. But like
Sounds
on
like a charity.
microphones, I'm sure. Like how many they've gone through.
Oh,
Yeah.
total. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I would love to watch that movie though. I think it'd be insane. Like,
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
A-
Yeah,
a
to what Shelby was
mockumentary.
saying, like the crackheads are probably like they got caught by the police and they're like interrogating them and they're going through the flashbacks. I'm like, oh, look at you fucks, you're fucking doing random.
but I mean, like, what would their weapon be? Would it be like baseball bats? Because I would love to see
Needles.
that. Needles? No, it's gotta be
No,
like.
because they gotta think they could just use the lightsaber plastic toy things.
Yeah, I think that's
Oh,
better.
these-
Yeah.
Like
He's
they're on
just-
crack. That's still gonna be entertaining.
No,
even
yeah,
though
you're
it's
right,
just a
you're right.
plastic lightsaber.
But it has to be like the light up ones.
The $100 ones.
No, because those break easy.
No, I thought those ones are sturdier.
No. What?
So those
Oh,
are
you
like-
mean the fighting ones? Yeah. Okay.
No, dude, the $100 ones. Those are like
They have like ones that are
That's
$300
for
that you can
making
use in like
shoes.
videos and
Like
like fantasy
probably. That's
RPG.
for like
You know what do they call it? LARPing? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Oh.
dude, the LARPers have really
LARPers.
like
Yeah.
sturdy
like-
microphones.
Those are like $300 ones, like where they light up and they're like you can bop people.
You can beat the shit out.
Of course, it's like fully extended the whole time.
Yeah,
like,
you
they're
can beat
just-
the shit out of people with those things.
I
That's-
just
Yeah.
since we're talking about weapons of Jedi's
Yeah.
who are on crack, this reminded me of a news report from back like I think 2 or 3 years back. It was about a guy who was high on cocaine and who was fighting off cops with one hand and masturbating with another hand.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
That is some multitasking.
That is insane.
How would you be able to keep it up if you were in a fight?
Dude.
That's insane. Wow.
I think he's just trying to show the other guy that
That's
he's
a lot
just
of
like
adrenaline.
freaking him out.
Like testosterone.
Does
Think
someone
about it
have to,
though. What?
does someone have to train for that? Like, I wonder if he was
Probably,
training.
I
Like,
He's probably on a lot
He
of
might have
drugs.
thought that he was holding a lightsaber too.
No. You
He was
know,
on drugs.
the number one thing about this is that
Oh,
like,
this is my other weapon.
I think the minute you grab your dick, everyone's like, "Whoa, all right, let's what do you, hey buddy, what you gonna do with that there? What, like,
it's like the ultimate weapon. If you want people to back up, just like,
it's almost like showing someone a gun, almost. You know, like, you're like,
Oh, come on, you.
go now, go.
Give me all your money or I'll come on you.
Come on your face.
Dave Chappelle had a rendition about that. You know, hold on.
Oh my god.
I don't know why it's taking so long. Generally, it's so much quicker.
That's funny as shit. But if you guys were in the Star Wars world, where would you be? Everyone has to respond to this question.
Oh hell yeah.
Where?
We should
Like,
just go
on
around
what
in the
star?
circle for
That's
this
what I'm
one.
saying. Yeah,
Yep,
Star
yep.
Wars.
We'll start with you. Where would
No,
you go?
no. Aquib first.
Okay, you last.
I'm sorry.
Yes, you.
I would be in like Coruscant.
No, but what would you be doing? Like, what? Who?
Oh.
Like, you know,
Or what would I be?
yeah, like, what would your life be?
I would.
Like, if
if
you
I'm strong
were a
in the-
character in the Star
If
Wars.
I'm strong in the Force, I will be a Jedi. And if I'm not strong in the Force, I'll just be like a Force priest. I would dedicate my life to the study of Force. If I exist in the
So
universe,
even if you didn't have the Force, you would be a priest of the Force.
yeah, like a priest of a Jedi temple. You don't have to, like, there are very few Jedis in the galaxy, but Force is
Well,
worshipped.
now
all
there's
over.
very few.
No, even then, there's very few compared to the population of the galaxy.
I mean, yeah, okay.
But Force used to be worshipped everywhere.
See,
And even people who weren't strong in the Force would worship the Force, would pray to the Force.
But then they don't become priests, do they?
And people who are like into that religion would become priests.
Even
And that's
if
what I
So
would,
keep
even if
it.
they're not force sensitive.
if I'm not Force sensitive. And if I'm Force
Force.
sensitive, dude, I'm gonna be like the Jedi Master.
Yoda.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I would so wanna be that species though.
Okay, but not everybody can be a Jedi in this talk, because that's like that's just too much. Like,
Well, there's both hypotheticals. I mean.
no, I'm just saying, like, I don't want everyone to be like, yeah, Jedi,
Everyone's
Jedi, yeah,
Kill
like
so many people.
Sith, and yeah, like,
I just got the perfect answer. So I'm not gonna be a Jedi.
okay.
Okay. Instead, I'm gonna be gonna be not Force sensitive, but I would be of the species of Yoda, and I'd be a Force priest on their planet. So I'd be like this tiny green in like super woke priest who's just always connecting with the Force and always like, you know, on stuff. I guess too. That too. Dude, I bet Yoda used to smoke so much weed.
I found an image of Yoda with a bong, and he has a lightsaber, and he's lighting his bowl.
Wait, can we look it up on Google or
Oh
something?
god, I have it on my phone if you want
Yoda
to see.
smoking bong. But then if we look it up on here, we can put it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Do it.
okay.
So Brian.
Well, let's look up this Yoda thing, and then I'll talk about mine.
You can keep
I wanna
talking, I mean.
I want to see this though.
What do I type in?
Yoda smoking bong, I guess.
Yoda Bong. Oh. Dude, that would
Oh,
be
he
an
doesn't even
awesome
have to poke it
poster.
in. That's cool. I like that art style. That looks different than Yoda usually does too.
Dude, he's like in the zone here.
Well,
He needs a hit, bro. Yoda had a rough day.
Luke is stressing me the fuck out.
Man, the clones just fucking turned around. Yeah,
I bet dealing with Anakin Skywalker as a baby would be so stressful.
Oh, this is after he fights Sidious. He's like, man, I did terrible. I'm gonna go home and
Oh my
smoke weed."
god.
Wait, what is that? Oh my god!
No,
That's a dick
this picture though, that was from after Sidious. He had to go home and be like, okay, that fight sucked. I'm gonna go get high.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a Darth Vader mask on? Or?
Oh god.
Okay, so if I was in the Star
his
Wars
face is just
universe, wait till this is done.
Dude, Yoda, oh my god. I bet if you rewatch Star Wars movie, but this time in your head you are always thinking that that Yoda is probably stoned all the time. I bet it's a completely different kind of
He's
movie.
probably on Molly, that's why he can't talk.
It's probably-
Like, a lot of that stuff can, like, fuck with your speech. So he's, like, probably, or he, like, had to have done something that fucks with your speech, because, like, that species just talks like that, even though they speak fluent English otherwise. Like, what?
What would yours be?
Well, I would spend the majority of my time on Naboo and Tatooine, because
What would you be though?
I would do a lot of betting on pod racing. I'd make a ton of money off that, because that's like something I could actually do if pod racing were real. It's like, I don't know if I'd want to gamble on stuff, but you know, I could.
I mean, wouldn't that be how you make your money? Like,
Yeah, I could do something with pod racing.
You can like be the casino,
Yeah,
like own a casino.
I'd rather own a
could you be like the
casino
pod
on Naboo,
race like owner? Oh,
You would be the guy asking other people to bet.
like what would your title be? It's just pod race better.
though. Be some kind of analyst, like I'm probably gonna do anyway.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Just do it with pod
Oh my
racing.
fucking god,
I would do it
dude!
with pod racing. So
Oh my god!
That is t-shirt.
Yeah, dude, for fucking pod racing. Why not? Like, why would I honestly do something that different? It would just be with pod racing. But no, Naboo just sounds better because it probably has water and, like, plant life. So I'd spend a lot of time on Naboo as well. Minus the shitty dialogue.
Alright, Shakib, what would you do?
Like you did better than Naboo.
Dude, my Star Wars wisdom is not that great. But I think I'd be Yoda.
You'd be Yoda.
You know why?
Dude, come on.
I'll tell you why. Because, dude, I'd love to like say shit in like weird order.
So you'd be a Yoda fan.
So
Yoda.
The
I
only reason
am.
why the only reason why you would be Yoda is because you want to do weird shit with like how you say things.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be Christopher Walken for damn shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
But you know, like if you're Yoda, it's gonna be cool when you say shit before you're supposed to say other shit.
of course.
No, but what would you be though? Like you'd just be a Jedi that's stoned as shit.
Yeah, I think you'd just be a druggie on Coruscant. Dude, there's a lot of druggies on Coruscant.
I'm putting you down as druggy.
No,
Thank you, Monty.
what if? How cool would it be if Shakib was the guy who came up with the melody?
Dude, I'll totally be that guy.
No, he would just be in the corner telling
What
everyone
melody is
he
that?
did.
Annoying cantina music guy.
Cantina music guy. Yeah, you're the DJ that came up with Cantina
Oh
music.
god.
Oh, I'll take that.
But like an EDM version of it.
What'd you be, babe?
So I'd probably be someone that would go like planet to planet and just steal things.
Yeah?
Like,
You'd be a scoundrel?
oh yeah,
They'd
that's
catch
what I
Oh
would do.
yeah.
And I'd probably hang out at the cantina a lot,
Which one?
and that would be my life.
In Mos Eisley or on Coruscant?
But what would be your primary weapon? Be like a pistol thing? Would you be like
Oh yeah, definitely like pistol
Shotgun
thing. Yeah,
thing,
definitely
like-
a pistol thing.
What would be your favorite cantinas though? Like desert ones or like Coruscant? Because Coruscant's like
I mean, I think it's
Just
just
like
anywhere
city
where
kind
the
of
job
Desert
is.
stuff. But it depends. But I feel like I would just be like going to go steal things, and then I would just go.
it's more of a
Yeah.
Tatooine thing. I feel like they emphasize thieves there a lot.
I was hoping people would go a lot more depth in their characters. She did pretty good though.
I was going to, but then Shakib started, so I was like,
You just
You
be an
should
analyst for
continue.
pod racing.
With a really deep
no, I mean, I
backstory.
have like, all my hobbies would be like Coruscant and Naboo though. Live on Tatooine because it'd be cheaper.
Okay, but that's okay. That's not the detail. Oh, all right.
I mean, it's a desert planet. It would be cheaper.
You're
than, like,
you're
the
planning
forest.
places, not who your character would be. The point is character.
Well, what else am I gonna do? Like,
I don't know. Maybe you steal shit. Maybe
Give
you
me your-
kill bad guys. Maybe you.
ooh, I could go to the Gungan lair, like underwater. That'd be cool to visit often.
There you go. You can
And
make
do
deals
that.
with the Gungans.
Yeah, dude, I would like get into fights with Gungans because they're not like.
Hello!
Or
It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you, Brian. You on Tatooine?
Oh god. Oh god. I'm gonna put you down as international salesperson.
international Gungan rider.
No, no, no.
What would you be?
Oh man, I think I would be a bounty hunter. Honestly, bounty hunter, all the way. You know, I decide on like which tasks you want to go after. You know, go through anywhere with like pretty much access. You know, I think it'd be a pretty raucous life,
It
and I
depends
feel like
on
I'd be a
what.
risk taker.
That depends on a lot of things, though. Who would you be working for? The Hutts?
Whoever you want to.
Well, but the
Yeah,
thing
that's-
is, Boba Fett, one of the best bounty hunters of Star Wars. Once he met Jabba the Hutt, he got his first job, and he saw his paycheck, and he was like, "I am his employee now."
No,
He's
right, but I
jobs.
mean, I wouldn't just automatically go for Jabba the Hutt.
You
Like,
think you'd like move around and stuff?
oh yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to like move, like travel around and see shit too. Like, okay. Yeah, I guess Boba was purely financial. That was
Get a protein
the
bar.
thing.
You know you can do some shit too.
Right. Okay.
Sure.
So you're trying to get like various experiences.
No, yeah, just do everything, you know?
Right. Right.
As a bounty hunter, you can have that choice. You have, like, unlimited, you know.
Yeah. You might not make as much as if you stick with the Hutt.
Oh, man, if I find a lightsaber, hell yeah. Like, you know, like,
You don't even have to be good at using it.
right, I just be like, wow.
You
Yeah.
got a gun too.
Just be, like, drunk as shit, be like, oh, dude, check this out. You know, like,
Dude, I bet if a bounty hunter kills a Jedi, they get like mad respect from other bounty hunters.
oh, yeah. They know not to fuck with
Ooh,
them.
there's a you know that
Oh,
you know
no,
the
thank you.
Mandalorian clan.
Yeah.
Won't you?
Would you be
No, I'm
part of
good.
the- would you be part of the clan or would you just do your own thing?
Oh, man.
I don't just get
I'm good, man.
Monty, would you join the Mandalorian?
I have to go.
Or would you work
Would I
on your
join the
own?
Mandalorians?
Or would you work on your own?
I think I would have to be Mandalorian to join the Mandalorians.
Well, they're human.
I mean, would I be Mandalorian?
They're human. It's just like a bounty hunter organization. I mean, you'd have a lot of perks and a lot of rules. So, like, would you be down for that trade-off, or would you want to just work on your own?
I probably wouldn't work on my own.
Okay.
But it'd be cool to have Mandalorians if it's a nice backup.
People fear you more though if you just say like if they see the insignia.
Wait.
It's like a mammoth skull and cross.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Are-
Like, it would have some ups, but a lot of rules.
I actually don't know much about the. What are we talking about again? The bounty hunters. Like, are they like mostly from Mandalore?
I don't think most are, at least not like in the later Star Wars. Or like any of the movies, probably not. But
It's kind of cool though that you both of you chose like adventure,
Okay.
and I chose.
We obviously thought about it beforehand.
I mean, dude, I'd be doing all kinds of crazy shit. You know, like,
dude, I'd never fucking go out hot.
I would.
I mean, maybe like in like a city, and I would stay inside. Because they gotta have tunnels. And
I would
shit.
go skiing in Hoth.
Okay, maybe for yeah.
Is Hoth habited?
Yeah.
Are there like
It's
locales
mostly
in it?
military.
Yeah, I think it's just a military base. It's not habited, is it?
It would be like
Depends on which time zone we're talking about here.
pretty much any though. It would be like Antarctica. If you're a scientist or part of the military, you go there. Otherwise, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You would basically have to have a bounty for like someone in the military.
I think if I was a Jedi, I'd be like the kind of crazy motherfucker who'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Hoth and go skiing and like kill whatever pops up out of the snow. You know what I mean?
One of your poles is your lightsaber.
No, because that would make sense. It would cut through everything.
Both of your poles are lightsabers.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What sense would that make?
All of it.
No. It cuts through everything. You wouldn't have any traction.
You'd have
You
all
just
the
keep
traction.
sliding.
You'd have all the traction.
No.
No, no.
No. It would
You
just
don't melt the
cut.
ice. Like what?
I know, I'm just
You
trolling.
literally make avalanches. Where
Like
avalanches
literally
are-
cutting through things.
I'm sorry, I was just trolling the fuck out of you. That'd be a
I
bad
know,
idea.
you always do.
No, you're right. That would be a bad idea.
Is there anything lightsabers can't cut through?
I think Jabba the Hutt's skin.
They can't cut
Really?
dicks off.
Yeah, I think Jabba the Hutt is immune to
You say
lightsabers.
dick?
They can't cut off dicks. George Lucas said
How
that
did
in
you-
an interview one time. And that's probably not true, but he totally would say something along those lines.
This
You know
is
what?
called the force sensitive
No,
dick.
get this. He told Carrie Fisher not to wear a bra as Princess Leia because they don't have bras in space. Princess Leia doesn't ever have a bra.
Oh, right, because they just float, right? You don't need
Yep.
support.
Gotta love the 80s.
No, but then Princess Leia did have a bra, right?
I'm
Like
pretty sure
this
she...
coconut type thing?
Well, no, because I
If
saw...
I'm not
I
wrong.
saw Carrie Fisher on this interview like 5 or 10 years ago, and she was explaining how George Lucas said, yeah, they don't have bras in space. But really, she was just hot when she was in her 20s and 30s, so he was like, yeah, let's just not have her wear a bra for all 3 of the movies. Like, it's kind of shitty if you think about it, but it's like funny that that actually happened in all of these like PG movies.
I think it's kind of crazy how, like, basically she died, like, right after her movie stopped.
He's dead?
I mean, they're constantly making...
Yeah, Carrie Fisher died. She died, like, a little bit ago.
They're constantly making Star Wars movies.
Oh, wait,
How could
like,
she not
after
have
the
died?
new ones came out, right?
No, but, like, right after her part
She's in the
was
movie
done.
coming out.
Oh, I guess it was... But she was CGI for Rogue One.
She dies in this last one.
Yeah. Oh, had they filmed... Oh, The Last Jedi they had filmed with her alive. That's why she doesn't look like CGI, because she wasn't. Well,
Yeah,
I was
because
just
she's
under-
just...
I
Yeah.
was under the impression that they hadn't finished filming with her, so
Oh,
she
mm.
was going to have to be CGI.
No, generally for movies, I think filming takes like 3 months, and everything else, post-production is like for like 2 years.
Right.
Just adding graphics and everything.
Oh.
But the footage taking that's like
Is she gonna be in the next one? Like, whatever is upcoming?
Yeah.
If they kill her, that's fine.
She's dead.
Yeah, like, well, after...
Oh, but did she like shoot parts of it and then die? Or
Yeah. Or most. I think she shot the whole thing, it sounds like.
She shot the whole thing and then died.
I mean, we kind of should have seen this coming. Like, after Return of the Jedi, she just got so into drugs.
Her
That's
mom
why
died, like, right after.
Yeah, that's why she's not in any other movies, though. Like, she had a fucked up life after Star Wars 6. She had to get her shit back together to come back and do 7, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, that... I mean, she's, like, really good at it, but yeah, she had some stuff going on in that, like, middle time.
I think I don't want to say it, but she might have like experienced some like fucked up stuff, maybe like sexually fucked up stuff that kind
yeah.
of like made her like just antisocial, and she didn't want to hang out with people anymore.
I feel like at this point you could expect probably almost every famous actress that is known has probably had some kind of incident in Hollywood.
Or most, at least. Like,
I'd say probably
Like the vast majority.
Yeah, the vast majority probably
Yeah.
face, like, with the whole Harvey Weinstein thing. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I think that's
nasty.
just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's getting found out.
Do you think this was as big of an issue like back then in the 70s?
Oh, it was bigger issue.
Or was it bigger? Was
it
it
was
smaller?
bigger.
Way
It was
bigger.
way bigger, but it just was more accepted. I think, like that type of behavior.
And also back
Yeah.
then, they didn't even used to hide the fact that they were having a relationship with like under 18 people. Like nowadays, it's very hidden, but back then you can actually find reports of like people in parties with like young.
Yeah, it's like
Because people went for some reason like. We nowadays are really anti-pedophilia, but for some reason it wasn't that big back then.
Yeah, as much as it sucks to hear about all these allegations, they need to just keep coming. Just purge everything.
yeah, seriously.
Get
though.
it out.
That's the only way it's gonna stop.
Yeah, like I don't want to hear about it, but it's gotta like be talked about.
And it's disappointing too, because it just
That's-
totally changes
yeah.
your perspective of like, you know,
Right, like it's
Actors
just sad to
that
hear
you
about
like.
it because I like being ignorant to those sorts of
Yeah.
things, but there comes a point where like you realize it's just good not to
yeah.
forget. You know, we have
Yeah.
to know about those things.
Even like Al Franken, that was shocking. Like someone that you
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in
Yeah.
It's always like all my favorite actors get.
That's gonna get him out of the
Yeah,
office. That's gonna get him out of the office.
that. It sucks though. He's so good. All like I hate when like good politicians turns out are like doing shitty things like that.
Bill
I'm
Maher
sure
was-
even Amy Klobuchar is pretty pissed off right now. Like,
Yeah.
imagine that.
Sure.
Bill Maher was defending Al Franken, like in the latest.
Who?
Bill Maher?
Bill Maher.
Oh, well, I mean,
He was like saying that, hey, let's be honest here. Al Franken and Roy Moore, they're like different. They're different levels. Yes, we must not tolerate what Al Franken did, but in the meantime, it is not as serious enough that his life should be just turned upside down.
what was it again? What was the allegation?
The allegation was that he like groped and took a picture while groping this woman as a joke.
When?
There's a picture on it. Apparently it was on a...
Yeah,
You don't-
the picture's out there.
Probably 10 years ago. I don't know.
Uh,
He doesn't look that young in it. Compared to now.
it looks recent, like within the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's too bad.
Yeah, like it sucks because he's done a good job, but you just can't let people like that be where you get your name.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys talking about? I'm kind of lost. Politician?
Al Franken, yeah.
Dude, you should be balls deep into this stuff. This is your
I
dirty
haven't
life.
heard about Al Franken. I know like Alex Jones shit, but
Balls deep.
Well, that's
Balls
not.
deep into pedophilia.
Alex
Oh my
Jones shit's
God.
like made up shit though. That's not
wait, is the guy you're talking about as crazy as Alex Jones is? Or?
not
No,
even
Al
close.
He's a very popular Minnesota politician.
Oh, okay.
He's very liberal.
Is he pro weed?
I think so. He was an old
He would vote
he was
for
an
it.
old SNL writer.
He would definitely vote for it if it came up.
Hmm.
I
Sounds
think,
like a cool guy.
yeah, I mean, I think he's just like a good guy that just really did something stupid as hell. And I'm not saying it he shouldn't step down because of it, but that's the thing. Like, good people can still just do really stupid career-ruining things.
Yeah.
Because I do think his career's over. I wouldn't support him in like a presidential run because it just sounds risky and we just can't.
Oh, I mean, did you see what they did with Donald Trump? Where they have like, I think it was like 35 people who all like put up their sexual harassment charges.
Yeah.
Like, and they just listed it off for this episode.
He just has so many though.
Yeah.
It's crazy that like Al Franken would probably lose his job over something like this, but then our president gets to stay in office even though
Yeah.
it's alleged that he's done like a lot more serious crimes.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, usually when liberals do stuff like this, it's a bigger deal than when conservatives do.
Yeah,
Like the
but
vast majority of the time.
I'm like related to a politician, like back in my country.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Honestly, related to politicians.
No.
Ooh.
And holy shit, both of them are kind of womenizers and probably does stuff. But they're also like good politicians. Like they actually help
Yeah.
the community.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And on the other hand, I know that they're like that.
Yeah. What are the difference between like politicians in Bangladesh in your home country and like politicians here?
Well, politicians in my country are basically people have like in the rural communities, politicians are literally murderers. Like they literally murder people.
Not all of them.
Okay.
Not all of them.
Okay.
It's not as bad.
That happens a lot.
No, well, if they have an agenda and someone's going against their agenda, they might.
Yeah,
do that.
that's like
Do that.
completely-
Is that
They-
like a conspiracy thing, or is that like more publicly known that that's happening?
Here's
I
the
think
thing
it's
about
probably
Bangladesh,
happening.
like that. He's talking about like villages and rural shit like that, but then like in the city where everyone's civilized, like the difference between like a Western country and Bangladesh would be the politicians in Bangladesh would like be like you can bribe them, and, like everyone's gonna know and everyone's gonna be cool with it. That's super weird. Like in America, you have special interests, but like no one really gives a fuck.
That's actually
But
kind of
You can take
good
like the
for-
tip.
that's kind
You
of good
think
for our
the tip-
economy because since big corporations, multinational corporations can influence our politics so easily, they actually like our country as an investment place.
It kinda works out. I don't know how.
But it won't work in the long run because generally what those multinational companies are trying to do is like destroy environmental regulations. So
yeah.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about those.
we don't care about environment in our country like at all.
Most people don't until it's too late, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we
Oh,
should
shit.
have done
They're like-
something about this." When the
No,
liberals told
Bangladesh
us
is
to.
doomed. It's gonna be underwater in like 50 years, like for sure.
Yeah.
Probably. Like if we don't do anything about the global warming, yeah.
I think a lot of places around India are going to be underwater. I think Nepal's going to get some coastline.
Manhattan too. In New York.
If you draw like a small circle, like it's like 2 points are at Nepal and Indonesia.
Mhm.
Draw that circle, it will be like a small portion of the Earth's surface. But there would be more people living in that circle than outside that circle. So South Bangladesh, South Asia, Southeast Asia, this place is like people in that place just reproduce a lot.
Like,
So there's a lot of fucking.
Yeah, because there's a lot of food available. But the problem is that like almost like 70% of that whole region would be underwater.
Damn.
Food and fucking, that's what we thrive for.
I mean that's kind of the point of life.
I mean, yeah, the
Biology.
basics, the fundamentals,
Fundamentals.
per se.
As much as that would suck, I feel like certain problems would be solved though. If, like not in any specific place, but just if like a bunch of people died.
Yeah, you just talked about me dying, dude.
No, just not specifically Bangladesh either. But just like if it were North
I feel
America
like-
too, that would just solve so many problems if North America just exploded.
What?
Because well, the
Like, you want
population's
more
always
people
going.
here?
No, less.
Oh, okay.
Well, the population's
There's
always
more
going up
population.
because all these people think, oh, we should have way more than 2 kids. Like everybody just wants to have way more than 2 kids all over the world. And we're starting to notice that on average that's very true. It's like probably an average of 3 or more per couple.
I think it depends on the country though, because there's actually
But we're all on the same planet, so the
Yeah.
population's very, very
But
rapidly
a
growing.
lot of people die childless.
But, I mean, look at any given year and the population will be far greater than it was the previous year. That's always
I
true.
feel like that might be trending down though. Like I know in countries like Japan and Sweden, they're actually doing like public messages to try and get people to reproduce because there might not be enough people to like take care of their elderly in the future. So I think there's some countries where their population like is declining.
In specific countries.
Yeah, but I feel like that's kind of the trend. In America too, people are having less children.
Yeah.
Dude, America's gonna be good for at least like 100 more years before I have a population problem.
Dude, these Catholics and Muslims, though, they're just not gonna stop. They're
Oh
just gonna
yeah,
keep
bro.
that.
You can count on that.
I just need to have as many kids as possible. I just want to. Like, no, you don't need to do that.
Dude,
But they want
imagine,
to.
Dude,
So
but
they will.
imagine.
imagine some guy, like some super fundamentalist Muslim who's fucking with the sole intention that his children would be suicide bombers. So he's literally like in his mind making bombs.
God damn it. I don't think people are that fundamental in Islam ever.
I mean,
How do you even come up with those?
Even the craziest
Like a
of
super
crazy. No.
anti-life dude. Like he just wants to kill people.
Oh my god.
wow.
That's
I'm
sad.
fucking to
That
destroy
is
the infidels.
That's quite the
That's
idea.
sad. But yeah, dude, there's a lot of people in
Yeah, pretty
Bangladesh.
tired.
Like in an apartment as big as this, there'll be like 10 people living in here. On average.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, fuck that. We just don't. We don't need that to become the norm.
It's not that bad to be honest, but
Dude.
it's
Global warming is gonna make Siberia very inhabitable. That's gonna be good.
We should watch Soylent Green soon. You just don't know what Soylent Green is?
No.
It's a science. Okay, so Soylent Green is a science fiction movie slash book that is about like when there's too many people, right? Well, there's so many people that are just dying on the streets, that are just like all over the place,
Starving
like
to death and
living,
shit like
yeah, starving to death, living inside like, you know, all over the floor outside your door if they don't have an apartment, like just people everywhere. And all of a sudden there's this, you know, synthetic food that they eat that are like these, you know, green cards, red cards, all these different, you know, flavored food types that, you know, they eat off of. Well, sooner or later you find out that Soylent Green is actually Soylent Green! It's people!
Yeah.
They're eating people.
Yeah.
Damn.
how does that
if
control population though?
If they're
Because they're eating people. Like,
Oh, so they're feeding people to people.
Oh, okay. But I
It's
don't
like it's a controlling population.
kill them in
why would you have
mass
to
amounts.
feed them? Just kill them and like.
Dude, they
dump
have
them
these
somewhere.
machines
Where?
that pick up all of the dead bodies and put them in the back of the
Like, why would you down
plus
them?
there's probably a shortage of
I don't
food if
know.
there's too
It's
many
better
people.
to turn them into food. Then you don't have to dump them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They could also like feed them the brains of the human, and then they would get mad cow or some shit like that. What have we been going for?
Yeah, it's
I think like a like an hour and 16.
Should we take that
Is it fucking 12 o'clock?
It's 11:16.
intermission?
intermission time?
I'm actually,
Do
I'm
we have
actually pretty tired.
intermissions?
I kind of want the intermission right now.
Yes.
Dude, this is like a special moment for this podcast.
Why?
We have like 5 people in the house.
I'm gonna try and get my
And there's like
sister.
3 white people, more than
Yeah.
brown people.
We are actually a minority.
Oh my god!
Dude, there are
funny.
so many white people on the podcast today.